Hello. The confirmation of Judge Leslie Southwick to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit is a victory for America's judicial system and for the citizens of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. Today's bipartisan vote resolves a long-standing judicial emergency and will help the people of the Fifth Circuit operate more effectively. Judge Southwick is a man of character and intelligence who will apply the law fairly, and I appreciate the Senate's approval of his nomination. Let's go to questions.
What's the response from California about what you provided? Are they asking for more? Or?
President Bush has asked the governor on several occasions, as they've spoken over the past Monday and Tuesday, they haven't spoken today, if he was getting everything that he needed. He said that he was, and the response from California so far has been good. I understand Dianne Feinstein on Capitol Hill just said the same. So the effort for tomorrow is that the president will go. He wants to see firsthand the devastation. He wants to make sure that he talks with the federal, state, and local officials that are working on the effort there on the ground to make sure that we are doing everything we can to help those who are fighting the blazes. And he also wants to comfort the victims who have lost their homes or their businesses or are worried that they've lost their homes and businesses.
Dana, the fact that the president will be on the ground tomorrow in Southern California, how much is that a reflection of lessons learned by the White House from Katrina, that even though the president may be engaged behind the scenes, there's a need, the public wants to see him more involved?
Any president visits disasters regularly, and I think that I would not see the president's visit tomorrow as part of lessons learned. I actually would look to more of look at the coordination efforts amongst the state, federal, and local governments that are working to make sure that everybody has what they need.
You're talking about the evacuation planning and the communication, but doesn't it help that income plays a significant part with New Orleans versus San Diego? You have, let's say, evacuation. In New Orleans, 27% of the New Orleans residents that were there did not have vehicles versus 5% in San Diego. They're able to move.
Yeah, vehicles are very important, but I don't think any natural disaster discriminates or chooses where it's going to hit. When it does hit an area that is poorer or needs additional public assistance, that's provided. As you know, we've given $110 billion federal taxpayer dollars to Louisiana and the Gulf Coast region in order to help them rebuild. We are fortunate in the United States that we have generous people that are willing to provide shelter. We have a system in place, a system of government that allows people to get a hotel voucher if they need it, whatever they needed it to get back on their feet. We're very fortunate in America to have the means to take care of our citizens.
On the CDC testimony, you said this morning that Dr. Gerbling's testimony was not watered down. Can you tell us why it was altered to leave out any discussion of serious health effects relating to global warming and to leave out her original comment that, quote, CDC considers climate change a serious public health concern?
Look, I haven't seen the specific edits. As I understand it, in the draft there was broad characterizations about climate change science that didn't align with the IPCC. And we have experts and scientists across this administration that can take a look at that testimony and say this is an error or this doesn't make sense. And so the decision on behalf of CDC was to focus that testimony on public health benefits, there are public health benefits to climate change as well, but both benefits and concerns that somebody like a Dr. Gerberding, who is the expert in the field, could address. And so that's the testimony that she provided yesterday.
So why wasn't the Senate committee able to hear Dr. Gerberding's full opinion? Why were 10 pages of 14 taken out?
I disagree, Peter. I think that she was able to give her full opinion, and she will say so as well. We talked to her today, Tony Fratto did, and she feels that this is being blown out of proportion, that she was able to provide Congress with her thinking and her expertise on this issue.
Another CDC in that article, another CDC official was saying that the testimony was eviscerated, which is pretty, I guess accusing the White House of laying very heavy
I understand
hands.
what they're accusing us of, but I just reject it, and I will tell you that, again, we believe climate change is real. We believe that humans are largely responsible. We are working on a way to solve the problem. And in the meantime, we are working with experts like Julie Gerberding to figure out what are going to be the health benefits and the health concerns of climate change, of which there are many. And she testified fully on it yesterday.